No, that was a weak applause.
What is an asado?
Oof. Asado, for me or for any Argentinian, is more than a meal. It's so deep in the culture of Argentinians that asado is how Argentinians socialize, is how we celebrate, is how we welcome people from other countries, is how we make friends. Asado is not a choice, it's something that you do all the time, all your life. Way more than a meal.
On paper, an asado is an Argentine barbecue.
This one thing will make you fall in love with Argentina: the meat. It's the entire experience of going to your friend's house on a Saturday, pouring a glass of wine, grilling the meat over wood, chatting around the fire, and then sitting down hours later for a delicious meal, also known as an asado.
I quickly realized that asado is not just eating the food. Asado is sitting with your friends and your family for hours, and I mean hours, from 11 in the morning when you show up and the asador, or the person who's making the asado, is putting the wood and the fire and the coals together, opening a bottle of wine, all the way until midnight when you've had all the cuts of meats and the desserts and many bottles of wine at that point. And you've talked about life, you've joked, you've laughed, you've cried. I mean, it's the whole day, the whole experience of being with your loved ones.
Cuando me preguntan qué es un asado, lo primero que digo que es algo 100% argentino, es pasión. Un asado en Argentina es reunión de amigos, de familia.
It's such a slow experience that's designed just for enjoyment. So you don't need a reason. But it doesn't hurt if there's a birthday, a wedding. If there is an event, there will also be an asado at the event. That is the asado.
Growing up, you do it with your family. You know, first I remember going to my grandpa's asado every weekend, then to my dad's, and then growing up, when you're a teenager, you start getting together with your friends, and what you do, an asado. You know, when you're like older and you start having kids yourself, and maybe you're having an asado with your friends at noon, right? Once you finish eating, you stay there. You have desserts, you drink coffee, and then you start talking and drinking wine. And then maybe, you know, dinner time is there, and then okay, let's light the fire again, and then you make another asado. And that's very normal. That's something that happens a lot. Today we're gonna visit my friend Gonzalo from Tagwood Barbecue. Gonzalo.
Hola Ale, querido.
¿Cómo va
estás?
eso?
¿Cuánto tiempo?
¿Todo bien?
Qué lindo tenerte acá, ¿eh?
He's gonna prepare us a big asado, and knowing this guy, they're gonna go all in.
Mi nombre es Gonzalo Diego, soy socio de Tagwood Barbecue. Hoy vas a comerte un asado único.
A ver,
¿Sabes
¿qué
lo
tenemos
que
acá?
es? Mirá, tenemos proboleta.
Provolone cheese.
Sí, tenemos unas entrañas con cuero,
Outside skirt, bien.
mollejas de corazón,
Sweetbreads, my favorite. Tripas.
tripas, exactamente, chinchulines.
Chinchulines,
Chinchulines. Pollo de campo,
Okay. Chicken,
acá tenemos vacío,
vacío, another of my favorite.
bife de chorizo,
New York
un
strip,
tren,
bien.
bien. Matambre, vacuno, bien.
Wow. So how many people's coming? 200. ¿Cuánta gente?
Vos y yo.
Nada más.
Yes. Yes.
Ojo de bife.
Ojo de bife,
Ojo de
ribeye.
bife.
Esa que es una.
Este es un lomo.
Beef tenderloin. Muy bien.
Los tomahawk.
Bien.
Y por último,
Y la vedette de la noche, costillar.
costillar.
Entero.
Entero. Y vení que te muestro dónde lo vamos a hacer ahora.
Dale, vamos.
Vení. La carne argentina es la mejor del mundo. Ha sido premiada durante muchos años. Somos un país ganadero, somos un país agricultor. Tenemos grandes extensiones de tierra, excelentes pasturas, distintos tipos de vacas que hacen a que el asado argentino sea el mejor. Acá tenemos...
Esta es una de mis parrillas preferidas.
Esta es la parrilla Santa María, sistema Santa María. Tenemos acá acá vamos a hacer el
Costillar lo hacemos
costillar,
acá.
lo vamos a hacer acá.
Y
El
se
vacío lo vamos a
cocina
hacer acá.
con el fuego de
Con el
acá.
fuego de acá, exactamente.
Y ahí.
Acá vamos a utilizar la parrilla. Este es el sistema Santa María, el famoso sistema Santa María.
When we arrived, the first thing we saw is 2 tables full of meat. We have all kinds of cuts like the pork, beef. We have organ food that is very popular in Argentina. We had tomahawks, we had ribeye roasts. So much food that we need to use 2 grills.
Esta es la famosa bestia
The beast.
de beef. En acero 100%, en acero inoxidable 304.
So we can say the beauty and the beast. What I love about Tagwood brand is like they're trying to do what I'm doing right now, is bring the culture of Argentinian asado to the US and the world. And they're doing a great job because their grills are absolutely amazing.
El asado principalmente se hace en la casa de cada uno. Cada argentino tiene una parrilla en su casa, del formato que sea, porque es un ritual para el argentino hacer un asado. ¿Por qué es un ritual? Porque arranca de temprano, se espera a la familia y todos quieren poder brindar eso, ¿no? Agasajar al otro de esa manera y unir principalmente a la familia o generarlo con amigos también, ¿no? Es un ritual que te digo dura aproximadamente entre 5 y 6 horas, entre que prendés el fuego, cocinás, disfrutás las carnes hasta que comés el postre. Y todos tienen un rol diferente, en donde el hermano trae la ensalada, el otro hermano trae el vino, el otro trae la bebida. Ese es el ritual. Ahora vamos a salar el costillar. Este costillar tiene aproximadamente 5,5 kilos. Es de un novillo. Especialmente lo cortaron porque venías vos. Así que esto va a ser
¿Cómo se llamaba?
¿Este? Wally. Tomé Wally.
¿Te paso el rack?
Dale. No, es acá.
Ahí. Boom.
Bueno,
Vamos.
vamos. Y acá lo que hay que ver es eso.
Bueno, ahí está
estamos.
agarrando el fueguito, va a estar
Ahí
lindo, ¿eh? ¿Cuánto tiempo más o menos calculás?
Y lo vamos a cocinar en 4 horitas.
4 horitas?
Sí.
The whole cooking experience was incredible. It was very like visual because they have hanging tomahawks, hanging veggies. Like I said, they fill up 2 grills. They cook traditional style, like the Santa Maria with the meat on top, with coals. And then they have the Asado style in the other grill, the big one, the beast. They have ribs hanging, the whole shebang. Shebang? Is that even a word? Tin, 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 new word alert, new word alert. So
Lo que nosotros queremos transmitir es la típica parrilla argentina llevada a la parrilla Tagwood Barbecue en Estados Unidos, en donde queremos que el americano pueda vivir lo que vive un argentino, en cuanto a la unión de la familia, en cuanto al poder tomar un buen vino, vivir esas pasiones que nosotros tenemos, como son el fútbol, como es el tango. Eso es lo que queremos transmitir y por eso desarrollamos esos productos para que sean portables, para que los puedan tener en cualquier parte de su jardín, o también tenemos algunos modelos que ya no son tan portables, como la que estamos viendo acá atrás, pero que el concepto es el mismo, porque puedes asar y puedes compartir con amigos o con la familia.
So the traditional Argentinian type of cooking is basically a firebox where you build your coals. Could be with firewood or charcoal, and then you have like a grill, up and down grill, like a Santa Maria. That's the traditional way to cook in Argentina. The second most traditional way to cook in Argentina is asado style, with the cross. The gauchos start this tradition, right, cooking on the ground with a cross. That's the way to do it. What Tago did is create a cross in an Argentinian grill. They brought to the US the two ways to cook Argentinian style in one grill.
Tagwood está posicionado, está con presencia en Miami, en Florida. Tenemos entrega a todos Estados Unidos, tenemos stock en Miami, enviamos también a todo el mundo. En nuestra web pueden ver todos los modelos, pueden ver todas las recetas y los invitamos a que conozcan la página, a que la visiten, que cualquier consulta nos las puedan hacer.
Queremos comer, queremos comer, queremos comer.
And of course, because it's an asado, a lot of people came, right? Because that's what happened when an asado. When you make an asado, you start like, hey, well, I'm doing an asado. These guys from America are coming. And then people start commenting each other. And then, you know, you have like 20 people there.
Un aplauso para el asador, ¿eh? ¡Al ataque!
Dude, that was insane. Today, asado is the perfect expression of asado because we have all the ingredients. We have the people, we have all the meat, we have the wine, and we have the time to do it. So the whole deal was like 6 to 7 hours. So that's the perfect asado. Now, to understand more the asado culture, we are going to the asado experience in the middle of Buenos Aires. The asado experience is one of the most popular dining experiences in Buenos Aires. We are meeting with my friend Belen. She's the owner of the asado experience.
How are you? Welcome. Welcome.
I'm Belen Richards Donnelly. I'm the CEO, founder, and host at the Asado Experience. The Asado Experience is all-woman run asado cooking class in Buenos Aires, Argentina. It's a 3 hours cooking class, and during these 3 hours, you're going to experience, as a local Argentinian, the way Argentinians grill, the way Argentinians enjoy gathering around the fire and cooking several cuts in steps, in stages, enjoying some wine and some premium meat.
We are going to teach you everything we know about Argentinian asado.
Thank God.
Not everybody knows an Argentinian, right? If you're a tourist, maybe you don't know anybody in Argentina, you can't experience what an asado is really about. So you can go to different restaurants, you know, different styles. You can do a lot of stuff, but not a real asado in somebody's house. So these women, that's what they do. They receive you in their house. It's literally their house. They have their grills there, and they feed you an asado like a real Argentina will serve you. So that's the cool part about this experience.
The idea for you is to connect with your 5 senses. So start smelling the chimichurri. Here you have the chimichurri.
No, I don't know anything about chimichurri.
Have you never made it?
No. It was so good that in the middle of the asado, it started raining and the wind started blowing, but we didn't care. We kept cooking, we kept talking, we kept drinking.
So in this asado, all the cuts are really, really premium. And we're going to have the choripan, the morcilla, black sausage. Then we're going to have a matambrito de cerdo. Then we will have some short ribs. And then we will have my favorite. This is molleja. Have you heard about molleja?
Yes.
Do you miss them?
Yes, a lot. It's
Well,
one of the things that
actually, the mollejas are the glands from beside the heart of the cow. And by the end, we will have like the tenderloin.
Yeah.
What I want to show you, and it's a very interesting technique. We never cut the tenderloin or even poke it to see if it's ready. The way we do it is we try to use our tools as an extension of our hands. So what we're going to teach you today, it's how we recognize how what we feel starts to change once we place the cut on the grill and the cut receives heat. So every 15 minutes, we're going to be flipping this cut, this tenderloin, and you will see how it changes, and it's going to be much more firm. If you pick the tenderloin here, you will see how it doesn't hold its shape. By the end, after more or less 45 minutes, 1 hour of cooking, you will see how I press my tongue here, it's much more firm. I lift it and it's completely firm, but at the same time, we need it to be really, really soft because of course we eat the meat really, really juicy.
Exactly. So you're telling me that here, because in the US we use thermoprop,
Oh my God.
thermometers that we...
That's completely insane. In Argentina, nobody uses the thermometer.
Oh,
Nobody.
wow.
Okay, so ready? Maybe we can
Yes, let's
just
do it.
place this sal parrillera. It's the salt used for the asados. It has the perfect size.
So I love the whole experience because as soon as we got there, they greet us with vino, right, red wine, and then we start talking. They start teaching us how they do the asado, how to start a fire, and then how to cook the meats. And they are very passionate about it.
So 99% of asados usually start with a choripan, which is actually a chorizo, a pork sausage with bread. So choripan means chori and bread, pan. And here in Argentina, we have it with chimichurri sauce.
Bueno,
Choripan argentino, dale, a ver.
acá estoy. A ver.
Ponerle la tapita. Ya tiene el chimichurri.
Kept cooking, we kept talking, we kept drinking. The whole experience was 10 points.
Oh my. OMG, OMG.
10 out of 10. 100.
For me, asado, it's about connection. In Argentina, when you go to an asado, you know that you're going to be spending your whole day with friends, connecting, catching up. And it's about family, it's about love. And to see each other, our faces, relax, have some wine, taste some food, some meat. And of course, it's also about the art of adding every time you do an asado something new, putting your creativity into action. Like we have so many things into the Argentinian asado. So Argentinians also are very creative and inspiring. So I think that it's also an opportunity for Argentinians to show the world and even their friends how they can be inspired and creative in the art of grilling.
They explain every detail of the asado, of a real asado.
You have to grab it from near. So look how it holds its shape. It's firm, but it's still soft inside. So you can see our challenge as host and grill master is to have even juicy the tail.
Also, they teach something that is very traditional, that is un aplauso para el asador.
It's a clap, guys.
Un aplauso para la asadora.
Yeah.
So let's check.
That means when the pitmaster is about to serve the food, somebody in the table says an applause for the pitmaster and everybody claps, thanking the asador. I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the internal temperature?
We don't know and we don't care. You know why? Because once we care about that, we lose our attention in what we need to do. It's to feel and to connect with our technique of touching the meat.
It's just to be open, to connect with your friends, to share a meal together, and of course, around the fire, and also enjoying and tasting the best Argentinian beef.
So, if you're planning to come to Argentina, Buenos Aires, this is an experience that I highly recommend. Go and book with my friends on Asado experience. I hope after this episode, everybody around the world start trying their own version of asado. That means invite friends, make it to the family, get around whatever grill you have, and try to enjoy that, the simple things on life. A fire, your meat cooking, and friends and family. That's what it's all about. Next time on Firestorm Argentina, we find out why Argentinian beef isn't just any beef. We will go to the source and learn what makes it some of the most delicious beef in the world.